day to viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Grange for British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. Today we've got classic record Columbia 4006, The Miser by Billy Bennett, Talking by Billy Bennett with piano. Here we go. This is absolutely classic. I think you'll enjoy it. Here we go. Well.
Listen people, Recitation. In a brick field near Peru, or it might be 2:30, when mistletoe was 1 6 a yard, lived a mean old miser man by the name of Mary Ann, but they called him Sherlock Holmes from Scotland Yard. At last he grew so wealthy he would never buy a drink, so they sentenced him to live in Aberdeen. But his daughter, Dan McGrew, was the whitest man I knew that ever went 6 rounds with John Bedin. Her lover, John the Turk, was accused of going to work, so the magistrate refused to pay his fine. But the gaffer, Mr. Druid, drank his health in Condy's fluid, as he whistled, "Daddy, don't go down the mine." When the frost was full of snow, it was Christmas night, and so the old dumb bells were chiming 12 o'clock. As the mean old miser sat playing banker with the cat, the village choir sang "Stop Your Tickling Jock." When he heard the children say, "We have had no beer today," his language would have shocked a referee. But to keep the sounds away, he stuffed his nose with hay, and I wonder what wins next year's Jubilee. He pulled out his bag of slush, and he gave them such a slosh, a penny tumbled out upon the floor. He got down upon his knees, and he uttered such a sneeze, he knocked the iron hinges off the door. His daughter up above was dreaming of her love, a convict down in Dartmoor by the sea. She asked the judge with tears to only give him 14 years, so his lordship gave him 7 years, buckshee. An angry wind blew in and blew the cobwebs off his chin. It seemed to blow the miser by surprise. It first blew out the light, and after blowing him good night, it blew some cayenne pepper in his eyes. He sat down at the table, but to sleep he wasn't able, and he counted up his fortune, 1 and 9. But so miserly was he that he didn't seem to see he was breathing through his ear hole all the time. He sat down in despair, put his eyebrows on a chair, then stood upon his head and tried to muse. As a dirty little kid, all the things he never did, when 6 meals a day he never could refuse. On his partner, Dirty Dick, he had played a dirty trick, so now his conscience stabbed him like a knife. He was filled with such remorse he would never back a horse until he read the tips in Sporting Life. He heard the children's voices, and it made him feel so sad. The bitter tears were running up his spine. He went over to the mousetrap and took out a piece of cheese and said, "Take it, children, do. It's Christmas time." The kids were so delighted they pelted him with mud. They kicked him to the left in black and blue. Then they broke every window in the miser's house that night, singing, "There's a little Christmas box for you." The miser's house is haunted by an elephant on stilts. His daughter Dan McGrew has done a dive. The man who wrote this story is a bigger liar than me. Have you any money left? I'm very dry.
Well, I thought that was quite good, in parts. Thank you viewers, and goodbye.